code strings discovered in the iOS 27 developer betas are pointing to an intriguing hardware change: an iPhone that uses more than one battery. At first glance, this sounds like a direct confirmation of Apple's long-rumored iPhone Fold. But the evidence suggests the story could be more nuanced and possibly more practical than a single foldable device. iOS 27 code leak. What the battery strings really say? Developers examining the fourth iOS 27 developer beta have uncovered several new battery-related diagnostic strings, the kind that appear in battery health menus, repair messages, and internal tools. What makes them stand out this time is the use of plurals. Apple is clearly talking about more than one battery inside an iPhone. Some of the key strings include: the batteries in this iPhone are performing as expected. The health of the batteries in this iPhone has significantly degraded. One of the batteries in this iPhone is not a genuine Apple component. Those choices batteries. One of the batteries strongly imply that iOS 27 is now prepared to monitor, diagnose, and authenticate multiple separate battery units within a single iPhone configuration. On the surface, that sounds like a perfect match for a folding iPhone, but there are at least two plausible interpretations. Why multiple batteries? Makes sense for a foldable iPhone if you treat the iOS 27 strings literally and apply them to new hardware. The most obvious candidate is the iPhone. Fold, a foldable smartphone, almost demands a multi-battery architecture. A folding phone is essentially made of two hardware slabs joined by a flexible or jointed display, internal wiring, and ribbon connectors, durable hinge mechanism. The question then becomes, where do you put the main battery? A single large cell in one half would make that half significantly heavier, throw off the balance, and feel in the hand limit usable internal space in the other half. A dual battery setup, one pack in each half, solves several problems at once, distributes weight more evenly, maximizes internal volume. 4. Energy storage and thermal management by spreading heat source. Independent monitoring of each cell's health and safety. From a user experience standpoint, a foldable iPhone with batteries in both halves would feel more like a regular phone and less like a lopsided tablet that happens to bend. Rumors of dual batteries in iPhone Fold already exist. The idea of multiple batteries in Apple's Foldable isn't new. Earlier leaks have already pointed in this direction. A recent report claimed the foldable iPhone would use two separate battery cells. These packs would be 3D stacked to increase capacity without a huge footprint combined. They could provide around 5,000 milliamp hours of total capacity. In that context, the iOS 27 strings fit neatly. Apple needs firmware-level awareness of each individual cell, must know when one battery has degraded faster than the other, and must verify that both units are genuine Apple components after repairs, given that folding devices are more complex and fragile. Apple would want fine-grained control over battery safety, health, and performance, and iOS 27's new code hints at exactly that. A more ordinary explanation: external and accessory batteries. Apple's software often supports more scenarios than the one product everyone is focused on. There are less dramatic but realistic interpretations of those iOS 27 battery strings. Scenario 1: internal plus external battery combinations. iPhones already operate in a multi-battery environment. When you connect accessories like MagSafe, battery packs battery solutions recognized at the system level, you snap on a MagSafe battery. You have one internal iPhone, battery one external, removable battery from a software perspective. iOS has two, track both power sources, decide which battery to drain first, show accurate charge levels, warn if an attached pack isn't certified or genuine in this context. Plural language, like batteries. In this iPhone, and references to one of the batteries not being genuine could be iOS 27, refining its handling of multiple connected power sources and battery health, reporting when a second pack is present. This iPhone may be treated as the entire device system internal hardware plus attached Apple accessories rather than just the bare handset. Scenario 2: service, repair, and regulatory requirements. Another angle is Apple's increasing focus on right-to-repair frameworks, safety regulations, and compliance. As devices grow more complex, regulators demand clearer identification. of replacement parts, transparent reporting of battery health, and authenticity explicit messaging when third-party components are detected. The string, one of the batteries in this iPhone, is not a genuine Apple component, fits this world. It could apply to a future Pro model with separate battery modules inside a single Design A layout where Apple uses electrically separate but jointly managed paired with modular accessories that contain Apple-branded batteries. In all these cases, iOS 27 needs language that distinguishes between multiple tracked batteries and flags. The one that isn't genuine, Apple has already used. Dual batteries in an iPhone. Apple has done multi-battery iPhones before. A teardown of the iPhone X in 2017 revealed a dual-cell battery design arranged in an L-shaped, configurationally treated as a single power system from the user's point of view. That design allowed Apple to better use awkward internal spaces, increase capacity without drastically enlarging the device, improve thermal behavior and mechanical integrity. iPhone X's layout makes one thing clear. Apple is not opposed to multi-cell or multi-pack solutions inside an iPhone. The difference now is that iOS 27 appears ready to treat each battery as a separately monitored component, with its own health status and authenticity checks. Why iOS 27 might be preparing for a family of multi-battery devices, instead of being a single smoking gun for the iPhone Fold. The iOS 27 code could represent a broader shift in how Apple manages power systems across future products. Foldable iPhone with dual packs in separate halves, high-end Pro iPhones using stacked or modular batteries, accessory-driven setups where battery-equipped cases and MagSafe packs are deeply integrated, repair-friendly layouts where individual modules can be swapped, each tracked by serial and health state. In that scenario, iOS 27's multi-battery support is infrastructure, not a one-off feature. It lets Apple scale from single battery phones to multi-module design, street slabs, and accessory-enhanced setups with consistent logic, provide uniform messaging, diagnostics, and safety alerts. Is the iOS 27 multiple battery code a red herring? So, is this leak a concrete confirmation of the iPhone Fold? Not quite. The code reveals capability, not product names. It shows that iOS 27 can recognize multiple batteries associated with a single iPhone, monitor the health of each battery, independently detect and flag non-genuine battery components present, pluralized user-facing notifications about batteries. It doesn't say, is this is for the foldable iPhone, or this is limited to one specific model. The first product to use these features could be a foldable iPhone, but the same framework may also support new MagSafe accessories, dual module batteries in future Pro phones, and evolving repair and compliance needs. The iOS 27 code is a strong indication that Apple is serious about managing multiple batteries at the OS level. What this means for future iPhones. iOS 27 multiple battery references point to several likely trends in upcoming iPhones: smarter battery health management, more granular tracking of individual cells or modules, clearer warnings when any one battery degrades faster than the others, better safety and authenticity controls, OS's level detection of non-genuine internal batteries, more precise messaging when third-party repairs are involved, higher capacities without massive size increases, stacked or modular architectures to push capacity beyond a single monolithic pack, especially important for Pro and Ultra-class devices, support for new form factors, dual-screen devices, and other unconventional designs become easier to support when the OS is already multi-battery aware. Bottom line, multi-battery iPhone is coming, fold or no fold. iOS 27 developer beta doesn't outright confirm the iPhone Fold, but it does show that Apple is preparing iPhones to work intelligently with more than one battery at a time. For foldable fans, a dual battery design is almost a necessity, and iOS 27 looks ready for it. For traditional iPhone users, the same technology could mean better battery life, smarter health reporting, and more sophisticated accessories. Whether the first beneficiary is the iPhone Fold, a future Pro model, or an entire lineup of multi-battery devices, iOS 27 is laying the groundwork now.